Welcome back, Aquarius. We're here to pull cards for the week of May the 29th until June the 4th. This is a general reading, which means I'm not setting the topic. So it's whatever Spirit wants to talk about, whether that is romance, career, finance, family matters, whatever shows up as the main theme. I don't really put limits or restrictions on what we're looking at, just whatever's most important. So let's see, let's get some cards on the table. This is good for your sun sign or your rising sign or any other sign that you want to check in on if you know your astrology a little bit more deeply. Okay, Aquarius. We're starting off Monday with the Four of Coins showing up right side up. This tells me that you're holding back on something in Aquarius. I think you're holding back on your feelings, not necessarily sharing them with somebody who would like you to share them. I think you're less than convinced that that's a wise thing to do. Maybe you don't think it's necessarily a bad idea, but at least you want to get to know them a little bit better before you're opening up. And for some of you, I do feel like this feels like really a bad idea to just let them know everything just because they want to. All right, I've got 4 planets in Scorpio, including my Mercury. Can't say I would ever go against keeping a good secret when you're not sure about if the other person can be trusted with it. Let's see what this has to do with. Hmm. Okay, so we have the birds and the woman. So this has to do with the idea of worries about a female. That's what you're not sharing with somebody, that you've got some kind of worries or concerns regarding a female in your sphere of influence, not yourself, a female in your sphere of influence. Okay. Next up, Aquarius, we are looking at the Strength card. Okay, so this is telling me that you're feeling pretty good as far as your self-esteem goes today. You've got your self-esteem is in a very nice, healthy place. Some of you are literally going to the gym with the strength card, and that may be contributing to that self-esteem. Also, just generally feeling good today physically as well. Let's see why that self-esteem is so notably good. Oh, because of something a friend said or did that was out of the blue that just made you feel good. Well, we like that. Next up, we're looking at Wednesday, and here you have the Six of Swords, Aquarius. This just means that you're moving away from some type of situation that just had too much drama or tension for you, and you're looking for a situation that is more calm and more peaceful, right? So, yes, yes. This just basically says what I just said. This is confusion. This is certainty. This is really the key is stronger than the clouds. So this means that you are looking for clarity, getting away from a place that is causing a lot of tension, a lot of confusion, a place or a situation, maybe even a person, looking for that clarity, looking for something more peaceful. You want to cut right through that confusion. And with the key, you're able to. That's a for sure sign that you will. Now, looking at Thursday, Aquarius, you guys have the Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. Let me check in on something. Is this Aquarius or somebody in their sphere? Okay, thank you. So this is somebody in your sphere of influence. Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody who, as my dad would say, this person goes off half cocked. You know, like you don't want to shoot your gun when it's only half cocked and you're not getting that much power out of it. You want to really have that thing blasting. Otherwise, what's the point? And so that's what this kind of refers to is that this person goes off half cocked. They may not have full information before they decide that they're going to take some action on something. They're going to spread the word about something. And they're standing up for something that they believe in. What they don't realize, though, is that if they knew the rest of the story, this is probably not an action or a message that they would choose to put out there. Okay. Now, they're showing up in your sphere of influence because they want you to get on board with them. They want you to join the bandwagon. Please do not, because once this person realizes the truth of the matter, then they're going to be looking for a scapegoat, and anybody near will do. So please do not. All right. What is this about? Ha ha. Wow. This is about the idea that the truth has come out about you wanting to find a peaceful situation. Remember, we saw that just the day before, Wednesday. Here it is, Thursday. The truth has come out about that you wanted to find a peaceful situation. You wanted to get away from the tension, at least temporarily, and just find some peace. And now I think they're getting all offended and really doing some things they're going to regret later, or saying some things they're going to regret later. All right, let's look at Friday. Justice card comes up. So for me, the Justice card can be a couple of things. I don't think that the first one is going to apply to most people, but sometimes it'll show up as a Justice of the Peace wedding. Like this sometimes will come up rather than the Hierophant for me for a wedding if somebody just does a straight up courthouse wedding. Okay. So we could be looking at that. We'll see. The other thing that I see this as with the Justice card is the other side of that coin. This could be a divorce where we go to the courthouse and we get a divorce. So this can go either side of that coin, but it also can be a lot of other things as well. When we've got the Justice card, this can really be any kind of legal proceeding. This can be going to the DMV and registering your vehicle. This can be having to sit jury duty and going to court for that. So there's a lot of different ways that this can manifest. And so we're going to take a peek at what's going on here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So this looks to me like a hearing. It's someplace in public and it's chattering about things that are concerning. So this looks to me like a lot of you are actually at some kind of hearing where you can express your opinion, whether it's a community hearing on whether the neighbor should have chickens, or whether this is a hearing because of some kind of legal proceeding that you're doing personally. There, to me, this looks like some type of hearing where you get to express your concerns publicly and there's some kind of legal ramification for this. So somebody is going to be making a decision at some point here after you've expressed your public opinions. Okay. All right. Next up, we're looking at Saturday. King of Swords showing up here. The first thing that I'm hearing is that you may actually be talking to a lawyer. Now it's Saturday. It's not normal office hours for most lawyers, but some lawyers do work hours when other people would not normally be working. Also, you could be talking to a friend who happens to be a lawyer as well. And if not a lawyer, then somebody who is a white collar type of professional, could be an accountant. The kings of swords or sword suits really are very detail oriented. So any kind of white collar professional that would deal with something that would be detail oriented. Even IT, I think, would qualify as something like that. They don't dress exactly the same from what I've seen, but that would still qualify because you have to be very detail oriented to work that. So, talking to a lawyer, talking to an IT guy, talking or gal, talking to an accountant, there's definitely something going on here. My first go-to was lawyer just because we had Justice card on Friday. Let's see a little bit more about what the topic of this conversation is. Mm. This has something to do with transportation of a friend. Okay. So there's a lot of ways that that could play out. Whew. Some of you may have a friend who is in jail, getting ready to be moved to a jail that's either further away from you or closer to you. And you may have been, you may be wondering what you can do to change that situation. You may even have a friend who is getting out of jail or getting out of the hospital. Could be a transfer from one hospital or medical facility to another, and you're talking with someone about this. With this coming up as the King of Swords, this could easily be a doctor. They're very detail oriented and definitely white collar. So could be talking to a doctor about the idea of a friend moving or changing location. I really think you're consulting with some type of white collar professional. And I would say that it has to do with the movement of a friend one way or another. Hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. All right, let's look at Sunday. Five of Wands showing up here for Sunday. I feel like we're looking at some type of competition, whether this is a marathon or whether you're uh, uh, playing quarters. I don't know, but some type of competition that we have showing up here. Let's see a little bit more about what area of your life this would be in. Boop ba da doo doo, boop ba da doo. Sunday's competition. What area of life is that in? For Aquarius, please. This is interesting. Some of you may be writing grant proposals. We've got our government card here or a big business. And then this is my reputation card here. And with this being something competitive about your reputation having to do with the government or big business, grant proposals definitely could be. That's the first thing that's coming to my mind. There may also be, you may be putting out a resume to get a job, a government job or a job with a larger company. That would have to do with your reputation, and that would certainly be competitive. So that could be coming up too. You could be working on a resume. Could be other things going along with this energy, with this align, that would be in alignment with this energy. But those are the two examples that I can think of off the top of my head. Now, you guys too realize that whenever I'm giving you examples, which I try to do very often, I'm just trying to give you examples of like how that energy sort of feels to me, so that if you guys have a situation in your lives that is in alignment with that energy, even if it's not exactly the same situation, you can recognize it and you can go, oh, okay, I know what she's talking about. All right. But that doesn't mean that everybody's having my example happen. In fact, everybody is not having my examples happen. Usually, like 2% of you are. So it just gives you an idea of the energy and how it's sitting. All right, so that's what I have for everybody. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. I do appreciate you spending some of your precious time with me. Please remember, you guys are my sponsors. I'm not up here talking about VPNs or laser hair removal or anything else, fashion plate styles or anything else. So you guys are my sponsors. If you could do me the favor of putting a thumbs up on this video, sharing it out with the world, and putting comments down below. I do love to answer the comments, and YouTube likes it when there's comments, then they serve the video out to more people as well as with the thumbs ups and the shares. So if y'all will do that, I appreciate the support for sure. Of course, I am going to be doing readings this week, either online or on the phone, your preference. And if you would like to get a reading with me, I don't really believe in having a waiting list. I try to get to you quickly, quickly. So all you have to do is just get a hold of me. All my contact information is on the website up there in the corner. Everybody, thank you very much once again for being here. Have a fantastic week. Peace out.